Hey friends, it's me, 8Ball, back with another video. Today we are not doing a Hive Swap Friend Sim video. This is actually a game that was requested to me by a fan on Instagram to play. It is called DOLBR-Quest, and it takes place in the future and has to do with robots and gods. So it looks really cool, so I was like, yeah, let's try it. I don't know if I think there's voice acting in it this time around. I know there's music. I haven't actually begun to play it at all, so this is all legitimately fresh. Quality first reaction you're gonna be seeing here. So yeah, it looks really cool. I did actually click start just to see if there was anything I had to skip through. But there wasn't, so I just kind of started recording on the start page. So yeah, let's check this game out. It looks super cool. We're gonna start here. There's music. I don't know if it's playing. Yes, it is. Okay. Once upon a time, there were two gods, a younger and an older brother. The eldest was the overseer of death and destruction, while the younger of the two was in charge of life and creation itself. The two ruled over Earth for centuries, watching mankind flourish and grow into a more advanced society each year. But the older brother was unhappy. He thought humans were far too flawed, and the majority of them should not be allowed to ruin the gods' perfect little planet. When the younger brother refused to eliminate them, the eldest proposed a simple game of chess. If I win, I will take your powers. If you win, you may take mine. The winner will remain as the only true god over this world. The younger brother loved games and foolishly agreed, unaware that his siblings had plans to cheat. And after a well-played game, which used real people as the chess pieces, the older brother had won by using magic behind the other god's back, sending his king to kill the other remaining player. This sealed the planet's fate, allowing the elder god to wipe out most of the human population with a worldwide storm upon victory, exiling the younger brother to a prison in their heavenly palace. After the great storm had flooded most of the planet, the remaining humans were deemed worthy of a second chance. They joined together and built a city in the sky far above the wasteland on Earth. They ignored and left below. Society flourished within decades, technology advancing far beyond what it was before. For those trapped on the planet's surface, this apocalyptic flood was nothing but a curse. But those residing on the mechanical city above, it was the greatest blessing ever received. Over time, however, the older brother found himself unhappy once again. Not yet satisfied with mankind's achievements, he saw cruelty and violence among them, and many flaws leading to the slaughter of thousands. Humans were not perfect, and even after what he had done to him, they had barely improved. As he prepared for a second storm, hoping to be left with a new start on the planet, the younger brother thought about the consequences. The planet would not be able to take another hard hit, and the chances of life starting again would be wiped out with the second flood. Something had to be done, but he couldn't stop the corrupted god from his prison cell. Using the last of his magic, he forged 7 soul contracts, each bound to a sinner on Earth that met an early death in their first chess game, and could be redeemed for a second life. Reviving the 7 spirits into mechanical bodies strong enough to break through magic itself, he sent an amulet down to the floating city below. Once one of the 7 sinners held the amulet in their possession, a second game would start. One where the younger brother could take back his rightful throne and stop the destruction looming over the planet. DOLBR-Quest! Woohoo! It's nice piano music in the background. as it all changes. You're woken from your strange trance when a cup of water spills over your canvas. You were working on a painting someone commissioned from you, and considering they had asked for a desert landscape, water may not be the most appropriate accent. So we are playing as a character named Morpheus, and he is an artist. He's pretty cute, look at him. That is probably not good. Oh fuck, do I need to get voices? Cries. In your sudden panic, you attempt to wipe the water off. I'm just gonna use my normal voice. Maybe you have secret waterbending abilities that are only now being discovered in emergencies like this. Oh, no, you just smeared it and got paint everywhere. Well, that's just perfect. Whatever. I probably should get a fresh start anyways. I felt like that hermit crab was staring into my soul, and I don't need him unlocking all of my secrets. Your gaze is now shifted towards the palette of paint set upon your desk. Considering color was splattered across the surface of your desk around the palette, it was clear that you had gotten a tad carried away. Most of these vibrant splotches had been made in a fiery blaze with warm shades of carmine and gold. Unfortunately, painting is pain. This paint would become unusable within minutes. The surface is already coated with cracks forming up when the splattered paint had begun to harden and dry up. It looks like I used too much paint. I guess I just couldn't help myself. Mixing paint just creates such a pleasing pattern of color, with so many more unique shades and hues. Although, you look over the mess across your workspace. It's as if the planet was having a fourth world war, but this time it was between a variety of art supplies. Me too, man. Me too. Bombs of paint coating the ground, and as the surviving containers of color are left to grieve the loss of their fallen comrades. May your beloved art supplies rest in peace. Or, considering the violently torn up paper towels scattered upon the floor, pieces. It really does look like I should restock on art supplies. I should probably make sure my room will be alright while I'm at the market, though. Don't want any more paint spilling. Oh, crap. Okay. So, man. Should I save here? Yeah, let's save. I can't really see what this is down there, but, oh, man. Let's look around the room first. So, we'll check our dresser. Your dresser is practically a shrine for the city's nerdiest artist alive. The shelf above the drawer is filled with drawing notebooks, manga, and other geeky forms of literature. You also have a pink lamp seated next to the books, which is odd considering your eyes glow. And a lamp. Okay. Considering your eyes glow and you see just fine in the dark. A pile of notes and checklists for your commissions sit on the dresser below the shelf, along with a few other doodles you've recently made. Wow, aren't I organized? As you shuffle through the various papers on the dresser, you find a few sketches that you made while watching Adam on TV. He's one of the first robots in history to host a game show on his own, and you get to watch it every Saturday with your family. It's called Singer Fling, and the contestants must go through a tough obstacle course while singing the requested song. Oh, that sounds fucking difficult as hell. If they stop singing or fall into the water below, of course, they are eliminated. Wait, weren't you supposed to be leaving now? Oh, yeah, oops. Don't want to get too distracted. But it looks like everything's good here, so I should get going. Town Market, here I come. Oh, okay. It's actually been a while since you've been to the market itself. Probably because you've just been so busy helping protect the town, and never had time to for such activities before. I'm glad I retired from Mom's Guard Units program. I wasn't ever big enough to compete with the bigger droids built for it anyway. Plus, now I'm the team's investigator. I'm really good at it and almost cracked our most recent case. I'm pretty sure the robot that burnt down that train station is still alive. I just need some evidence. Either way, guarding the town was terrible. The thought alone brings back some unpleasant memories. Before you can take your mind off the grim subject, a small buzz from your chest draws your attention back. What was that? You fish around your sweater and let out a small noise of surprise when your metal fingers brush against some sort of locket. After pulling it out and observing the odd piece of jewelry, you see 7 empty slots on the locket. A necklace? But I never wear jewelry. Huh, that's odd. Yet, it almost feels familiar in some strange way. The locket is letting out a soft hum. It sparks when you attempt to open it. Locked. Darn it. Maybe there's still a way to open it. Perhaps some sort of key or code? Yeah, like a pattern. Well, that's not exactly correct, but it's an interesting theory. Thanks! These are 2 different people talking to each other. I'm just not gonna do voices. Wait, what? It's not a pattern, Allison. It's more of a sequence. No, I mean, you pull the strange locket and attempt to examine what could be the source of the new voice. Are you inside the necklace? No, that would be probably very cramped considering the locket is very small. But the locket is what I'm channeling my voice through, so it was still a good observation. Who are you and why do I have your locket thing? Oh, I'm terribly sorry for not mentioning myself before. My name is Pen, but not a lot of people remember me, so what? Not a lot of people remember me, so it's not unusual for you to be confused. And I think it's Morpheus, actually, because there's no E in there. This is the weirdest conversation I've had in my life, but it's nice to meet you too. I apologize again for the inconvenience, but are you not Allison? My name is Morpheus. There we go. Really? That's quite problematic. Hey, what's wrong with my name? Nothing, I was just... Pen isn't that good of a name either, you know. And that isn't very nice of you to say. What are you gonna do, write a paper and complain about it? Are you done? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's okay, I'm not very good at conversation, so it's my fault. I'm a god, after all. I don't know much about what goes on in your city, or the apocalyptic wasteland below it. You're a god? Yes. The big skeleton guy that crazy people in town hand out pamphlets about? All this stuff about the end of the world, it's hard to take seriously when half your followers wear flower necklaces. Sorry, Pen. If they are worshipping a skeleton that may destroy Earth, I am afraid that's my brother. But he's the only god I've heard of. Except for the weird dream I just had. That mentioned 2 gods, and one of them was... Your process takes a moment as you stare down at the amulet with 7 marks, and you begin to realize how dumb you must look. Anyone else here could probably have pieced this whole thing together in seconds, but you had to take your sweet time. Wait a minute. Are you the younger god from my dream? It's actually a vision I sent to remind Allison that, what happened. I've never revived anyone before, but it was my only chance. I wasn't sure if he'd keep his memories or not. Okay, who's Allison? He was the holder of this amulet in our first chess game. Allison did his best to find all 7 of you because you were the only beings left on Earth that I created myself. You 7 are the only ones that could survive against my brother's magic because I made you all the opposites of his own. But he cheated. Now that I see how his magic drove you 7 to commit such unspeakable acts against each other, it's too late for me to fix this myself. After Allison watched you all fight, 3 of you had already died before he could stop my brother from corrupting you. Unable to complete the spell it gave him without all 7 sources of magic, he killed the survivors, including himself. So I could use the last of my power to revive your souls into metal bodies, more resistant to a god's powers. Now I'm locked away and my brother has stolen my magic. I only have enough left to speak with you through this amulet. However, now that I've brought all of you back to life, the 7 souls have been scattered throughout your floating city. I can't find any of them except you, and this was the only signal I could reach. So, I'm one of the sinners you brought back? I'm afraid so. Then what's your plan now? I don't exactly know any magic. I need you to do as Allison had done long ago. I assume you at least remember that part. Collect all 7 souls and redeem their sins so they're pure again, and can use their magic to stop the world from ending. That's a lot of pressure for an emotionally unbalanced teenager, you know that, right? I have no doubt you'll be able to succeed, Morpheus. Alright, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. I have no doubt that you will be able to succeed, Morpheus. You've already got the first out of 7. You just need to redeem it. Really? Where? Oh, right, it's me. You just need to admit any unlawful acts you've done. Anything come to mind? The question brings you right back to where you started, thinking about your mom's guard units program. Yeah, I remember it. Wonderful, now all you have to do is confess, and the amulet will gain one of the 7 charges. Well, it was last year, but Morpheus? Huh? Oh, here's a different voice. You've just been, mumbling to yourself for nearly 8 minutes. Just kinda standing in the middle of our living room. Are you okay? Sorry, Copper, I was just zoning out a bit there, that's all. If you say so. But, how's your investigation going? Great, I'm getting a lot done. And I think I've almost cracked it. It was, the station manager, I just know it. Good. But, yeah, you're fired. What? But I'm your little brother! Oof. Then I guess you can hold 2 titles, one being my little brother and the other being fired. That's so unfair. I did everything you needed me to do. I was just about to think about what you guys made me do while I was on guard duty. I stabbed Boss, and I'm pretty sure he's dead. And I'm very upset about that. Mom was the one with the idea, not me. Why don't you take it up with her? Me and Sky have to head to work with the other security bots now. Fine, go to your fancy guard post. I don't need this. Let's see. Sure, I'll go talk to her. I'll think about it. Let's save. Saving is a good idea. I'll think about it. What does he say? He said Mom was the one with the idea, not me. Okay. Let's, Fine, go to your fancy guard post. I don't need this. Let's do that. I'm better than that anyway. Are you sure you won't be lonely? I'm not lonely because I have, art stuff. That sounded much less pathetic in your head, but whatever. Alright, see you later, Morpheus. Copper shifts awkwardly, shuffling off towards the doorway. Sky trudges down the stairs after being called, a low groan of protest leaving the tired bot before he paused for a moment to acknowledge you. That went well. Oh, good morning, Sky. Mornings aren't good, so don't talk to me during them. Although afternoons tend to disappoint me too, so don't talk then either. But worst of all is night. You know what? Just don't talk to me. Oh, that's a mood, dude. Your two older brothers then exit the house, heading off towards the city's police station for today's assignments. Sky was always in a better mood, so... in a bitter mood, so that came as no surprise, but Copper seemed a little less stoic today. Much more anxious. Odd. Wait a minute, who cares about that? You just got fired! Fired? You can't believe it! All of your siblings get to work for your mom's companies, and even if you don't like fighting other bots, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be allowed to help. Morpheus? Oh, sorry, I almost forgot you were there. I kinda hid you in my sweater. That's alright, I can't see much with this amulet anyway. But did you say you stabbed someone? Oh, yeah, it was a while ago actually. Well, why don't you confess to that? You could charge your part of the amulet now, unless you aren't ready to talk about it. Hey, I'm fully capable of talking about my feelings. You don't need to baby me. You probably shouldn't be talking back to a god, but hey, if he wants your help, he's probably gonna have to deal with some teenage mood swings. Even so, you take note to keep yourself in check. Does that mean you're ready? Ready as I'll ever be, I guess. Alright, start whenever you can. Okay, well, I don't really know where to start. I guess I was just working for my mom's security team around the city. I never had to hurt anyone before. I just used my whip to catch criminals and that would try to run away. Most civilians adored the team and they were grateful for our help. But not all humans were as accepting of us as machines taking jobs like this would complain that we weren't qualified to protect them. This made a lot of bots angry, and we just want to be equal to humans. That shouldn't be such a big issue, really. Sorry, I'm spiraling. Long story short, Boss was an old friend of mine, and when we started his revolt against the human civilians, it began to get violent. So it was me and Copper's job to get rid of him before he hurt anyone. Your vision darkens as memory of the angry robot flood your thoughts. Ooh. Oh shit. Hold on, I gotta adjust my screen to see this. You can still picture him now and remember how the event had played out. Did you honestly think I'd just let you get away? No, I didn't. But you should know that you don't have to do this. I thought we were friends. You could help me, and the robots will be treated as equals to the rest of mankind. We get what we deserve. You don't deserve anything after what you've done. I doubt you'll even walk out of this alive. Your hands wrap around the blade that you picked up before the smaller machine gets a chance to reply. You'd already struck him through his neck. Oil spilled across the withering floorboards of the warehouse you'd found him in, and the metallic figure dropped to the ground in a split second. The last thing you can remember is one of those bright yellow eyes rolling up towards you, before becoming overcome with static, darkening to be an empty black when the machine finally went limp. I didn't want to kill him, something strange took over me, and I got carried away. The amulet in your hand stays silent, as if patiently listening for you to continue. Yet just talking about this is hard enough, so you'd much rather wrap this up. It felt so familiar, almost like I had done something like this before. But why would I ever want to? It was awful. Morpheus, do you not remember your previous life? No, not really. The reason you were killed back during the first game was because you stabbed a mutant, another one of the 7 magic holders. What? I never knew your name. I never knew your name because you had been killed before Allison had the chance to speak with you, but you were under my brother's influence. You were the one he used to cheat. When you killed the mutant, we had to throw the game. A soft hologram projects from the amulet, lights dancing about through the air in front of you as the image becomes clear. A small mutant seems to have just escaped from his asylum when an odd boy offers him red static flood. What offers to help him? Red static floods the scene. Okay. When the smaller of the 2 boys turned to look away, a sudden splatter of red cut off whatever thanks to the mutant was about to give for his rescue. Crimson, bubbling color spilled onto the screen, water around the asylum, leaving only that strange boy that had offered to help him. His eyes were unsteady, clouded by some sort of delusion. Once others in the far distance from the scene saw the event, a single shot was heard, and the corrupted player was eliminated, dropped dead to the ground. Was that really me? I'm afraid so. Although it was never your fault, I doubt you would do such a thing on your own. Before the projection ends, you spot a pale man in the distance. His appearance alone may just be one of the strangest things you've seen so far. Snow-white hair, bleached skin, and a pearly uniform that blended into the rest of his ghastly look. The only thing that stood out were the dark, inky rings around his ruby-red eyes. Well, that was awful. I'd recommend you closing your eyes for the next 6 then. There are gonna be 6 more of these things? Do you still have to find, you do still have to find all 7. I was hoping now you'd see why. Considering I just watched myself murder a kid, yeah, I agree with you. I would never want to see my world this violent. It's unfair, and I kinda don't want the world to end. I do live here after all. After the response, the amulet glows softly. A small flicker of light takes you by surprise, soon followed by the shine of pink from the locket's center. Upon the rosy gemstone surface, a faint glimmer of color presents a single word: wrath. Morpheus. Why did I just say his name? What does that mean? You have redeemed one of the 7 revived spirits. Wonderful job, Morpheus. So, I was wrath? Presumably because you were so violent. But that's good. We're off to a quick start. I suppose we are, but now isn't the time for celebration. There are still 6 left. Oh, right, don't worry, Pen. I'll have all 7 in no time, and then you won't have to worry about a thing. That's a nice thought. Thank you, Morpheus. One of the 7 redemptions collected. You have 3 days left until the end of the world. Use your time wisely and collect the remaining spirits. Well, I was already gonna head to the market, so maybe I should look there first. Look for what? Huh? Okay. You kinda just zoned out. I don't know if Copper already passed on my advice, but there are better places to daydream than the middle of the living room. Yeah, I know. The living room is just, more cozy. Alright, well, don't get too attached, little bro. We don't, want you growing old and dying just standing around in here. Of course, then we wouldn't really call it a living room. That's a bit mean to say, isn't it? I guess you do make a valid argument. That was a good joke. I wouldn't want to waste too much time. Yeah, I know. Anyway, did you hear the news? Yeah, I just got fired by my own family. Oh, that I just got fired by my own family? Yeah, I got it. Yikes, don't take it the wrong way, little bro. Besides, now you get more free time, like me. If it bugs you so much, why don't you just go talk to Mom about it? Actually, I have to go to the market right now, because, you know, the fate of the fucking world is in my hands. Really? What a lucky coincidence. Me and Hercules are about to, are about to head into the city now for one of his stunt shows. You're welcome to join us. Won't he burn the house down? Not unless you ask him to. Come here, man. Sit down with me for a sec until he gets here. Oh, sure. You join your sister on the green couch, getting a look at the TV after taking your seat. It's nice of you to let me join you guys today. No problem, little bro, anytime. She then rummages around a plastic bag she had been holding onto during your conversation, popping a strange disc into her mouth lazily. Yet after squinting, you manage to recognize the object. Are you eating chips? Yep. But you can't eat anything, you're a robot. Well, yeah, not with a mindset like that, you non-believer. Right, whatever. What are you watching? Some sport that humans call boxing. It's actually pretty cool to watch, mostly fighting, just like you used to do. A shudder runs down your spine at the mention. Please don't remind me. She shrugs and sets the plastic bag aside, flipping the TV off with the remote before turning back towards you with a frown. Hey, I know you said you were fine back after it happened, but you've never really done something that violent before, so it must be hard for you. Are you sure you're okay? I just get lost in thought sometimes. I'll be alright. I'm not sure. Often that's all I can think about. I'll be a guilty son of a bitch. Has it really bugged you that much? Yeah, I know it was pretty long ago, but I can't stop thinking about what happened to Boss. He may have done bad things, but he meant well. I can't believe I did that. Hey, why don't you... you didn't have much of a choice, and it's okay. What? Yes, I did. I could have... You had a job to do, and you did it. Thanks to you, nobody got hurt after that revolt. And don't be upset about the whole being fired thing. Mom just needs you available and off-duty, like me. With increasing rebel activity and crime by city bots, she could need the extra protection available to come help. She is the government's lead scientist and engineer, after all. I guess you're right. Thanks, Bella. What the? A violent crash outside interrupts your conversation, however, and you can't help but gawk at the fact that your sister is completely unfazed by it. Yet, when an obnoxiously loud voice calls out and the door slams open, you let out a wheeze of relief when Bella's friend strides in. What's up, Morpheus? I keep saying Morpheus, but it's Morpheus. Not much, but I'm going to the city with you. Really? That's great. I was just thinking about how you should be getting out more. No offense, but you should make some friends. Hercules always had a strange voice. It sounds like a heavy Russian accent of some sort, but the way he slurs his words still make it a bit hard to understand. Maybe it's something in his coding. That I cannot do. I apologize. Yet you're currently more focused on his hazard of a hairstyle. The flames dancing around his head are dangerously close to burning your ceiling, much to your disliking. Are you both ready to head out? Clearly, since we have been waiting all morning, let's go. The two older bots barely give you a moment to take a breath and drag you out the door quickly. How are we doing on time? We're at 35 minutes, so we'll go for 5 more minutes and then I'll continue in the next part. The duo seemed very eager to spend some time with you, and both stayed at your side on the path towards the city. Even from afar, you could start to make out the crystal-like towers and bright lights. Ah, the lovely City of Lights. At any time of day, the area practically glistens with a vibrant shade of pink reflected in the sky from all the shining buildings and bridges. Considering you're completely infatuated with the color, this is very pleasing and satisfactory whenever you get the chance to head outside. But hopefully you will run into more bots in the city once you get there. You have 6 more redemptions to collect, and time isn't really something you should be wasting like this. All the while, the amulet seems to be buzzing slightly, as if Hercules' presence has disturbed it somehow. Well, there's no way he could be one of the 7. Hercules is far too brash and careless. That would be ridiculous. The fire must have gotten anxious. Yeah, that's it. You all good there, Morpheus? Oh, yeah. I'm just really excited to restock on art supplies, that's all. Well, it's nice to see you in such a good mood, little bro. Maybe we'll even find something neat for you at the stunt show while we're out. Or maybe they'll just have all sorts of cool music to listen to during the show. Or maybe the whole stadium will blow up. ... What? You never know. Yeah, I don't know, Morpheus. What? I don't know if Morpheus would be as thrilled about something like that as you are. Each man to his own, I guess. But your dad's probably wouldn't enjoy having to put you back together either. I bet it would even traumatize your little brother. True. So, why do you need more art supplies anyways? Didn't we just get some, like, last week? I guess I just do a lot of painting. Have you ever painted a picture of a bear riding a bicycle while also being on fire? No. I don't think I've ever made anything like that. Okay, so one time I was, really bored in class and I asked some kid next to me what he wanted me to draw, and he asked me to draw a banana with a superhero cape, laying siege on a medieval castle, and I was like, okay, let's do it. What kind of stuff do you paint then? Okay, super girly pink ponies with sparkly hair, explosions and other violent stuff, cartoon characters and anime, landscapes, and color-based scenes. Fuck. Man, I mean, personally, I do. Cartoons, and yeah, I'm a nerd. Let's do it. That's neat. I always like a good cartoon. Not sure about the anime part though, but my brother likes that stuff, so it's okay in my book. Thanks. Hate to interrupt, but I'm afraid this is our stop, Herc. Already? Wow, I'm faster than I thought. I guess so. Anyway, I'll see you later, Morpheus. Good luck at the market. See you then. Thanks. With that, the other 2 machines walk away, presumably off to a violent stunt show, something that you're more than happy with missing. Now I can look for any suspicious spots around the city and get paint that I need for my commissions later. Don't worry one bit, Pen. I've got this all under control. Excuse me, mister? Huh? A small figure runs past you and bolts towards a small stand set up across the bridge from the city. Out of curiosity, once the figure seemed to settle down with their partner at the stand, you approach to check it out. Okay, so this seems like a good spot to stop at. So I'm gonna save here and just lemonade. Just kind of end the video here. So this game is pretty cool so far, honestly. I really like it. I'm excited to play more of it. But for now, this is all the time I have. We are at the 40-minute mark, and I didn't really want to make this video over 30 minutes, because I know this game's probably going to be a little on the long side, like Doki Doki was. But I thought I'd give it a whirl. I like it. It's got a cute art style and a very interesting story, so yeah, if you want to check it out, there will be a link in the description for it where you can go to the page and download it. It is free, but yeah, it's pretty cool so far. I like the main character. So that is it for this video, my guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!